If you're fasting this Ramadan and you want to maintain strength, build muscles, as well as stay energized, this video is for you. So today we're going to lay down the blueprint to how to stay motivated this Ramadan to work out, as well as meals that work for you, meal plans, and recovery plan as well, because that's the most important as well, in addition to the workouts as well as the meal plans. And so we're going to lay the foundation on this video. So this is mostly what you need. So let's dive right into it so you can stay strong this Ramadan and stay consistent with everything. So we're gonna break down this video into 4 parts. So part 1 is of course mindset, because that's the most important. So we're gonna talk about in part 1 2 different things. Number 1 is gonna be staying consistent without burnout, and then number 2 is gonna be the spiritual and the mental disciplines that you need to build. So let's get into the first part of the part 1, right? So the first thing is gonna be of course training smarter, not harder. So we're not trying to burn ourselves out. We're gonna try to build disciplines and slowly build that as the month goes on. And then the second thing is gonna be of course focusing on form and recovery. So those are going to be the most important things as well when it comes to the workout section of things, because you want to build a consistent schedule that works for you as well. And so within that, we are going to focus on making sure that we're slowly building that up without burning ourselves out. And then the third thing is going to be of course the setting realistic goals. So this is where, you know, the scheduling comes in. How many days can you realistically work out, and how many days can you you know, set for like recovery and other stuff that you might need to do. So this is going to be the part 1 of the mindset. And then the second thing is going to be of course the spiritual part. And so this is going to be using Ramadan, you know, to focus your mentality when it comes to, you know, how you want to kind of like perceive the whole entire month. So setting basically a realistic foundation for the month, as well as, you know, an outcome that you might want to focus on. For example, you want to focus this month with gratitude, instead of, you know, I'm just gonna go fast and that's pretty much it. But also adding like other aspects in addition to that is actually great. So that's going to be the mental part, and then the physical part is going to be of course the workout schedule that you're going to set. So you're going to use the you know, Ramadan to build that consistent foundation as well. And then the other thing is going to be of course building discipline, which is really crucial, especially not just when it comes to fitness, but also when it comes to spirituality. Building consistency, building disciplines, and making sure that you are, you know, getting into what you need to do when it comes to the discipline things. And then sometimes we get frustrated when we don't get like certain outcomes when it comes to discipline. But this is where the patience comes in. So we're going to practice, of course, you know, the consistency of it, and then also being patient with the outcome, even if we don't get what we were trying to get when it comes to the outcome part of that. And then the next thing is going to be embracing balance, because Ramadan is a time that you really need to focus on balancing everything out, not just the, you know, physical part, and not just the spiritual part, and not just the mental part, but all of them together. In addition to that, if you guys have families as well, you know, involving them with whatever you're doing, involving them into setting a foundation for the month, and setting like an intention for the month of Ramadan, and then maybe having a goal for that month as well. Like I said, maybe the intention for this month is going to be gratitude, and then maybe next year is going to be something else. So that's a good way for you to build a foundation, embrace if there's change that comes along the way. And then also in addition to that, making sure that you're focusing on the balance, and you're not like, you know, focusing on one, not just one aspect, but on everything as a holistic of it as well. All right, so let's get into part 2. Alright, so part 2 of this video is going to be when and how to train, you know, during Ramadan while fasting. So there's going to be also like 2 different points in this. So the first point is going to be best time to work out, and then the second part is going to be workouts to focus on. So let's get into the first part of that, which is going to be, you know, the best time to work on or to work out. And this is going to be, timing is literally everything when it comes to this. So you have to time your workout sessions with, you know, how you're physically feeling as well, because we're going to be fasting in long days. So the first option for the workouts is going to be of course 1 hour before you break your fast. So that's going to be an optimal time, because as soon as you're done with your workout, you can either go home, or if you're working out from home, right away, you know, break your fast. So 1 hour before, the option 1 is going to be 1 hour before you break your fast. And then option 2, which I do and I like, is 1 hour after you break your fast. So 1 to 2 hours after you break your fast is optimal as well, because by then you're going to digest your food, you have fuel in your body, and you're going to be able to hit that session quickly. And so that's going to be the second option. And then the third option is going to be, you know, right before suhoor or after suhoor. This is going to be based off of your schedule, of course. So if the time allows, that's also another optimal time, because as soon as you're done, if you're, for example, working from an office or something, and then you have to go and commute, then you're gonna do your workout, take a shower quickly, and then go to do whatever you have to do for the day. And so that will be, or if you need to take a nap or whatever the case might be, this is gonna be also an option for you as well. So the most optimal time, of course, is gonna be 1 hour before iftar, 1.5 hours maybe after iftar, and then one like right before suhoor or right after suhoor. So whichever the case might be, is in terms of your schedule, is going to be the most optimal time to work out. All right, so let's get into the workouts to focus on this month, right? So the main thing that we're going to focus on is going to be strength as well as hypertrophy. So this is going to be, of course, based off of, the foundational workout. Make sure you visit, there's a video that we did a while back, like a few weeks back, about foundational workouts, so you can implement those into your schedule. And then, so how many days do you need to work out, right? I would say most optimally 3 to 4 sessions per week is optimal. And then if you want to do a little bit more and focus on other aspects such as like mobility, such as recovery, such as foam rolling, you can add those in as well, kind of drizzle them down as the week goes. And then, so let's get into the low impact workouts that you might need to focus on. For example, you can do something like, a whole day where you focus on either mobility, stretches, or, just making sure that your body's moving an optimal way as well. So that's going to be the low impact mobility / recovery workouts. And then, of course, we're going to prioritize form, and we're going to prioritize control. So we're going to work out with lighter weights, higher reps, but then also we're going to make sure we're making the reps a little bit harder by focusing on the tempo, which is like the movement that we're making. And then also we're going to be sure to focus on executing that correctly. So the form is going to be the most important as well in this section. All right, so then we have to stick to those for at least, the month of Ramadan, because normally the most optimal time to focus on a workout session or a phase of a workout is about 4 to 6 weeks. So by the end of Ramadan, you're going to be in a pretty good shape. And so by then you can either switch out your workout program, or you can do for another 2 weeks and then switch out your workout program. Let's get into the third part of this blueprint. All right, so part 3 is going to be building nutrition for Ramadan, or bodybuilding nutrition for Ramadan. If you're somebody who's active, if you're somebody who's doing workouts, who's going to be active throughout the month, this is going to be probably a schedule that I kind of drafted for you guys, maybe to write it down and have it as, something to reference back. So this is going to be the guide to refuel your body / fuel your body. So the first thing is going to be, of course, it's going to start from suhoor. So of course, that's going to be the meal that's going to set your foundation for the day. So when it comes to the suhoor time, we're going to focus on high protein meals that are going to be slow digesting. So here is some examples. So high protein, eggs, Greek yogurt, whey protein. That's going to be like the options that you can opt for when it comes to the protein part of things. And then next, let's get to the carbs. So carbs are going to be oats, whole wheat toast, or quinoa. You can also have like sweet potato, but I suggest you to like have oatmeal or something like that, because it's going to be slower digesting. And then the next thing is going to be healthy fats, avocados, nuts, and seeds. Next is going to be hydration. So hydration, of course, we're going to focus on having at least 1 liter of water, or however much amount that you can intake after you have your food, plus maybe electrolytes at the end of your suhoor time. And then so let's talk about the next one, which is going to be iftar. So like we talked about in the past video, iftar is going to be breakfast like foods for the most part. So this is going to be refueling / recovery section of your nutrition when it comes to, because this is when you're breaking your iftar and you're opening your meals for the whole night. So this sets the foundation for how your eating habits is going to be throughout the night. So of course, protein is going to be fish, chicken, tofu, lentils. And then the carb options here is going to be rice, potatoes. So you can have regular potatoes, sweet potatoes, baked potatoes, whatever kind of potatoes you like, as long as they're not fried and as long as they're not like chips, that you're going to get from the store. And then dates, of course, we always open our iftar with dates and water for, quick energy. And then fats is going to be olive oil, peanut butters, or like almond butters or something like that. Next is going to be hydration. So hydration, regular water, of course, with electrolytes, or if you're going to be a little bit more fancy, you can do coconut water, lemon water, or broth based, soups or something like that, which is going to really help replenish your body as well. Alright, so the next thing is going to be post-tarawih / post-workout, if you work out post-iftar. Meals, which is going to be, of course, it's going to focus mainly on recovery and growth. So the proteins here is going to be casein, because casein is protein that is also slow digesting. And then you're going to, if you are taking nap after that, it's going to be pretty good because then it's going to slowly digest throughout the night. So casein shake, cottages, eggs, that's going to be your protein options post tarawih or post workout if you're working out post iftar. And then carb options is going to be sweet potatoes, whole wheat bread. Your fats here is going to be almond butter or dark chocolate, whichever you like. If you're, a little bit sweet tooth, then have dark chocolate that's at least, like, I would say 85%, dark chocolate. Maybe even a little bit higher, 90%, 92%. You can get it from the store nowadays, which is pretty good. All right, so that's going to be the tips for the nutrition part of here. Nutrition is really, really important because it's going to set the foundation for your whole entire night and your whole entire day. And that's going to be based off of how you eat, your eating habits. This is also a really good time to build a better eating habits as well. Like we said on the last video, Ramadan is not just you're fasting and you're not eating anything. It's also a mindful time to focus and even maybe consider what you've been doing throughout the year. And this is a better time to build better habits, better eating habits. If you're somebody who struggles with eating better foods and stuff like that, this is when you can choose better food items as well. In addition to that, a healthier food items for that matter. Okay, let's get into the last tip here, which is going to be section 4. So let's get into that. All right, section 4 is going to be, of course, recovery and hydration. This is as important as all the other sections. So this section, of course, we're going to absolutely focus on recovery because this is going to be the most important thing of the whole entire night when you're not fasting. So of course, hydration strategies here is going to be, you're going to aim for 1 gallon of water throughout your non-fasting hours, so throughout the night. And then you can, of course, have, like we said earlier, coconut water if you want to be a little bit fancy, but you can add that with electrolytes. Electrolytes like liquid IV absolutely do help with, digesting the actual water that you're intaking, as well as taking that through your cells of your body, so that way that also replenishes as well. And then, of course, avoid excessive caffeine. I'm a caffeine addict. I recently started taking red juice from Organifi. I'm not sponsored, but that has been helping me get off coffee before Ramadan. So I'm gonna continue doing that throughout Ramadan as well, especially, as soon as I break my fast. I don't want to drink coffee right away. I want to delay my caffeine intake. And so that's really gonna help me. So if you're somebody who's like me, who drinks excessive amount of coffee, then this is gonna be a better option for you. I'm gonna put that in the link description below as well. All right, so the next thing is gonna be sleep and recovery in this section. So of course, we're gonna try to aim for as much sleep as we can get throughout the night, maybe like 7 to 8, but that's not realistic, especially during Ramadan when we're doing prayers and stuff like that. So the next best option is going to be sneaking in naps wherever you can throughout the night and also throughout the day, your fasting hours as well. And then also do some stretching and mobility routine to prevent stiffness, to prevent, just you not feeling well, especially during the day. And then also let's talk about supplements, because this is a big one, especially on your non-fasting hours, because a supplement in addition to your nutrition as well, which is really going to help, take you that much further when it comes to your intake for the night. Because sometimes it's really hard, especially when you're fasting during your non-hour, to eat a lot of food and things like that. So this is where the supplementation comes in to get into right away, to get into your intake when it comes to your protein intake for the night as well. So here's some supplement options. Whey protein / casein protein, that's definitely really, really helpful. So if you don't have whey protein or casein, go ahead and get it. You can get it from Amazon, grocery store, vitamin shops and stuff like that. So the next thing is going to be creatine. So this is really, really going to help you maintain recovery and strength. So make sure you have creatine in your diet. If you don't, also get it. It's not really that expensive of a supplement, but it's one of the best supplements that you can take, especially when it comes to you fasting. It's going to replenish your body. It's going to help hydrate your cells as well. So this is absolutely important supplement as well. And then the next thing is going to be magnesium and zinc, because those also support recovery as well as sleep, better sleep, especially at night. So, and also a lot of us are deficient when it comes to magnesium especially. So take those two, it's going to really help and then zinc also helps with your immune system as well, because we've been fasting the whole day. Our immune system might be a little bit off because of that. So this is also going to help support your immune system as well in addition to that. So that is the full Ramadan blueprint. I hope this was helpful. If you want a step-by-step, program or something that's gonna help you when it comes to your food, so you don't have to think about it, when it comes to your workouts, so you don't have to think about it, we have the Ramadan Boot Camp going on right now. So go ahead and get the boot camp in the link description below. This is where we're gonna be able to make sure we're training well. We're doing also our recovery sessions. We're doing our stretching routine. We're doing our mobility routine. We're gonna be also doing foam rolling and everything that you need. And then there's 100 recipes in the nutrition section, so you don't even have to ever guess when it comes to the nutrition part of things. So go ahead and grab the link in the description. This is it for this video. Please make sure to like this video, share it, subscribe to the channel, because we're growing a small community. And then next week we have somebody who asked a question about how to train during Ramadan, so we're gonna make a video about that as well. So I'm gonna show you guys some effective workouts that we can do during Ramadan that is gonna also last you hopefully a longer term as well when it comes to that. And then if you're interested, make sure you join the Discord group as well, so we're kind of building a community there as well. Until next time, make sure you work out, take action, and repeat. Bye.